What's up, guys? Once again, it's the Boss and the Sauce Show, Conference USA College Football Preview right now. Here we go, y'all. Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. I don't think I know no Middle Tennessee fans, but let's get right into it. Now, Middle Tennessee was beaten by injuries in 2018. On this year, they lack a lot of depth because of that. Now, the offense can't catch a break on or off with the QB wide receiver tandem they had last year. One was hurt, the other one was on, the other one was hurt. Just a on and off thing with the tandem that they had set for 2018. And after all that, they get left with 4 returners for 2019. Now, the offense will need outstanding play from the skilled positions to survive this year's schedule. The defense will have to win games this year for sure. The defense is going to represent the whole team in this one. Now, the defense will be led by 5 seniors in the front 7 who should do well under the headsets of defensive coordinator Scott Schaefer. Now, Middle Tennessee will have a tough first 5 games, seeing Michigan, Iowa on the road, and also seeing Marshall at home. I see them coming out 2-3 in the first 5 and then win about 5 games in the conference and get 7 games for the season for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders for me.
All right. Now, last year, 8-6. This team takes on all comers, obviously, because we talked about they lost to Vanderbilt, right? They lost to Georgia. They lost to FIU. They lost to Kentucky. And they lost to App State and UAB. All tough teams. And this year, like you said, they opened with Michigan. They play Duke, Iowa early in the season. So they could very well lose a couple, 2 or 3 games right there. But they did go 7-1 in conference last year after the 8-6. So I think they might have done themselves a little bit right there, going 7-1 in the conference. They lose 4 starters on the offensive side. They lose 4 4-year starters on the offensive side, and one of them is the coach's son was a quarterback, Brent Stockwell. So they got a sophomore quarterback coming in, Austin O'Hara. He will be called on as a first-year starter this year, a sophomore. And then they has a number 2 receiver stepping up, Ty Lee, who averaged like 12.1 yards a catch at 955 yards. Good look right there. And the O-line might have a few issues. They got out of conference. They gave up way too many sacks in out-of-conference games, so they got a little bit to clean up there on the offensive side of the ball. And they bring back the right tackle, the center as starters. So they got a small nucleus to work with there. But the thing with these guys is the opponents they face early in the season. So if they can stay healthy, get back to conference play after the first 4 games, 3-4 games, then they might run a little bit in the tables. I do see a little bit of drop-off for them because 7-1 in conference last year, that's pretty darn good. Maybe they wind up somewhere in the neighborhood of, like you were saying, 6 wins. That's what I got them pegged at, like 6 wins, 6 losses. I think they overperformed a little bit in conference, and I see a little bit of a drop-off this year for this team.
Well, they definitely got some revenge games in the conference. We already talked about that for sure with Marshall. But just a note from the Lindley Magazine, top newcomer quarterback Randall Johnson with the Blue Raiders looking to replace Brent Stockstill. Johnson is arriving at an opportune time. Johnson is a 6'5", 235, boosted his completion percentage from 62.7% and rushed for 797 yards last year at Readily in California, a junior college, and he arrived in the summer over here with this group right here. That's mostly all I can say about this Middle Tennessee team. Schedule kind of locks them in and is gonna predict, everything basically at this point. The schedule that they got right now is gonna put them in a position where they're gonna have to perform in the conference play, and they're gonna have to win some games on the road. They want to be anything better than 7 or 6 wins, like BigRagoo said.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that schedule is going to either toughen them up or break them up early in the season, just to kind of get their season going out of the gate. So I look for this team, like you say, around 500 ball, 6-6. stay healthy, and then win some key games and play a nice little bowl game in middle part of December.
There it is. There you heard it first, right here on the Boss and the Sauce Show. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notify, like, leave a comment, and also tell a friend because we on and we got more coming. Y'all stay tuned.